So this is my friend's controller that's made for him, and this is my controller. So a lot of people have been asking a simple question regarding the type of triggers that they have. So they have ear triggers, and we also have the tactile triggers. So tactile trigger give you more of like a mouse click type of feel to it. And I just want to talk a little bit more about these two different type of triggers that's available from Extreme Ray, and that yeah, is available for myself. So basically, we have on this side, we have the traditional, what you'll know as air trigger system. So it has a little bit of travel to it, has a little bit of click to it. As you can see here, when you kind of click it, you can a little bit of click to it, and it's nice little feel when you terms of like playing games and pressing. And on the left side, I've got my controller, and I have the tactile feel trigger. So the tactile feel trigger has very similar travel, a little bit more travel, but it also have a tactile click. So you can hear it. So everything you press, you can literally significantly hear the click in terms of the buttons. So this one has the regular click. You can barely hear the click, but you can hear a click, but you can literally barely hear it, just clicks. It does make a little bit of clicking sound, but it definitely has more of a trigger top feel to it. This one has more of like a mouse click feel to it. So both of them are tactile. Both of these ones are more of like a trigger stop effect to it, so you can tell the difference. So looking closely depends on what you actually like. If you like a little bit more travel when you're playing your games, like this would be extremely beneficial to you. I like the travel in this one. I like the click. I like to hear the clicking when I press the trigger, you know? This one doesn't have that click, but it does have that stop. But once you press it, it's really engaged. Once you press it a little bit, it's already engaged. But you know, we can definitely feel when you like hit that trigger and you're playing games, you know, you can definitely feel the click to it and the to it. Hey folks, so basically I wanted to show you folks like what the controller is like in a game. So when you're playing a game, this is the mouse click. You notice that like it's instant. So when you're playing a game, it's really instant in terms of the press itself. ADS is very instant. Like as soon as you press it, it's engaged. This is the aiming. This is the triggers as well. And this is what it feels like when you're playing this. It's extremely instant. So, you know, you get used to sometimes it just being instant. That you can't even play, you know, with regular triggers. So, all right, guys. So switching over it. So this now I'm using the regular. Oh my God, the tactile trigger feels so much nicer. So this is what it looks like as well. This is really nice as well. So this is the regular trigger. This is not the tactile, but the regular trigger. And this is just as responsive as a tactile, I would say. Very responsive, but I'm just used to tactile being a little bit more quicker. I feel the tactile is a little bit more quicker, but the tactile does have a nicer press to it. This one has a firm press. Like when you're pressing it, it's more like firm. You can still jump shot very well with it as well. This trigger has more of a significant stop when you're pressing the button, rather than this trigger, especially when I'm pressing it, as you can probably see from the video itself. So compare them side by side in terms of the press. So this is what the both press look like. This is the press for this trigger right, the mouse trigger right here. It's soft to press and it's nicer in terms of the softness. So if we were supposed to reverse this, so this is what the press looks like on this one. What it looks like on this one. It's like, so they're extremely similar in terms of the press itself. So if you're deciding between the tactile triggers, which is these ones, or you're deciding between the air trigger system, I think that personally I like the tactile feel a little bit better, only because I guess I've got used to it over time, and it has a little bit more of a click to it. These ones are just as nice. If you like the trigger effect, the trigger stop effect better, where it's more like a solid press, and this one definitely feels like it has significant less travel as well, other than the tactile feel. But regardless of which one you choose, you have a really great time, and the response time is super amazing when it comes to these. So these are not recommended for racing games, as you may know, because you need a little bit more motion of travel, especially when you're driving. In Verdansk, when I'm driving cars, I have no problem. I'm always full sending my cars anyways, right? Whenever I'm driving around, and you know, so I don't really have a problem driving cars with these type of triggers, with this type of trigger effects. So for everything gaming, check out my channel, KingNorth771. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you so much for chilling with me, and have yourself a wonderful one. KingNorth771 saying out for now. Cheers.